Sorry about the delay, folks. Had a little computer issue, but got it sorted out. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. You know, I've only played that intro like 4,000 times. Guess today's just the day to screw it up. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then if you're so smart, tell me why are you still so afraid? Where's the fire? What you hurry about? You better cool it off before you burn it out. Got so much to do and only so many hours in a day. Hey, you know that when the truth is told, you can get what you want or you can just get old. Gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you're doing fine. Can't be everything you want to be before your time. Although it's so romantic on the borderline tonight. Tonight's too bad it's the life you lead. You're so ahead of yourself that you forgot what you need. Though you see when you're wrong, you can't always see when you're right. You're right. You got your passion, you got your pride. Don't you know that only fools are satisfied? Dream on, don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Slow down, you crazy child. Tear the phone off the hook and disappear for a while. It's alright, you can afford to lose a day or two. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Yeah. You know that when the truth is told, you'll get what you want or you can just get old. You're gonna kick off before you even get halfway through. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you? Why don't you realize Vienna waits for you? All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday to y'all. Have a big day today. Well, not any bigger than any normal Sunday, I guess. But it always feels like a big day today. This is always my favorite experience of the week, this particular show. And I'm not just saying that because I'm here. I love playing for people in person. It's not that. It's just the thing that you guys give me is a chance to, you give me a chance to play the music I love the very most, which is the songs that I write and the songs that are most meaningful to me, that I grew up with, and also the full embraced catalog of my heroes, because you guys have a lot of the same tastes as me. And so to sit down and be able to do that for 2 hours every week, because most gigs, you know, there's not a lot of demand for Vienna, as much as I love that song. So it's pretty special, and it's like a concert, because you guys are tuned in and really paying attention. So thank you. Thank you. This is a special experience for me every single week. I see in here someone asked if I could play this song, and of course I can, and of course I will. She packed my bags last night, pre-flight, 0 hours, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. Miss the earth so much, I miss my wife. Well, it's lonely out in space. Such a timeless ride. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me around again to find not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, no, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. I think it's gonna be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me around again to find not the man that think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell. There's no one there to raise them. If you did, and all the science I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. Oh, rocket man. be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me around again to find not the man that think I am at home. Oh, no, 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 well, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown, bring me around again to find not the man they think I am at home. Oh, no, 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 well, I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out his fuse up here alone. Think it's gonna be a long, long time. 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 All right. I'm going to say hi to some folks in just a minute. I want to play a song tonight. So last night I was at a really nice concert in Lincoln, or in Omaha, Nebraska, actually. I saw Vince Gill last night, who I have seen a couple of times, but never like this. Interesting. This was the third time that I'd seen Vince Gill, but the first time that I saw him, I was in Nashville, and it was kind of a special event, and he was doing only bluegrass music, which is not really what he's famous for. He played mandolin all night, again, not what he's famous for. And it was a really interesting, fun experience. It was at the Ryman Auditorium, which is the original home of the Grand Ole Opry. The second time that I saw him was in St. George, Utah, at the Tuacahn Amphitheater. Sorry, a little something going on under my hat there. Anyway, and that was fun. He was with his wife, Amy Grant, and they did kind of a double bill. That was about a 2-hour show, and I heard, he played his greatest hits, she played her greatest hits, but neither of them did as full of a show as they might do if they were just on their own. Then last night, I saw it was just Vince being Vince, And he played an extremely long show, maybe even a touch longer than I think was the most effective. But he's great. His voice is still amazing. He's 65 years old, and he hasn't lost a beat. And he's a magnificent guitar player, and he's a good songwriter. And played like 3 hours or so, 3.5 hours. So I heard a lot of stuff last night that I wasn't very familiar with, as well as all of the hits. But there was one that he played that was a hit back in the 90s that I remember being quite fond of, and I want to share it with you. And it's a song he wrote about a little girl who was 12 years old in Nashville, and she was at the grocery store with her mom. And they'd come out and they put the groceries in the car, and she said, "Mom, I'd like to go get some bubble gum." And her mom gave her a quarter, and she started to run back into the store to go use it in a gumball machine. And there was a couple of armed people in cars shooting at each other driving by at that moment, and fire from the car came through the parking lot, and it hit this little girl. Her name was Adriana, and she was killed, and she died with that quarter in her hand. And when Vince read about that in the newspaper, it was in Nashville, it just broke his heart, and he wanted to write something in tribute to little Adrian, and he used the name Adriana. And I think it's a very pretty song. Never tried this before, but I thought, no time like the present. So, and it's on my mind because I just saw him do a beautiful rendition of it last night. Sure have a pretty smile. Sure has been a while since I felt your touch. Got the sweetest way, think about you every day, and I miss you so much. My pretty little Adriana, are you lonesome tonight? Oh, my pretty little Adriana, I'll find you when it all feels right. Soft and innocent, sweetest girl I ever spent, is being held in your embrace. You're such a gentle soul, it's killing me to know, when will I see your face? My pretty little Adriana, are you lonesome tonight? Oh, my pretty little Adriana, I'll find you when it all feels right. Oh, my pretty little Adriana, are you lonesome tonight? Oh, my pretty little Adriana, feels right. Oh, my pretty little Adriana, are you lonesome tonight? My pretty little Adriana, I'll find you when it all feels right. I'll find you when it all feels right. Okay. Let's say hi to some folks here. See how everybody's day is going. Thank you for indulging me. Silviu's here in Romania. How we doing? Good to have you with us, sir, as always. Super Oliver TNT is here. He says, I'm in Cooperstown, New York, the Baseball Hall of Fame. Nice. Wonder if you could play Streetlife Serenade. I'll do what I can for you. Moritz is here in Graz, Austria. Already played Vienna for you. Good to see you, sir. Bill Hasty, our music trivia man, is here. Wondering if I could play James. I'll put that one on the list as well. Thanks, Bill. Love that song. Oh, what little nugget do we have from the music trivia master? He says, 1976, Elton John scored his first UK -- 1 single with Don't Go Breaking My Heart, a duet with Kiki D. Yes, indeed. And then did not have another #1 in the UK until Sacrifice in 1989. How about that? Let's see here. Moko Moritz says, I have an idea. Almost 45 years ago on September 29th, Billy Joel released his masterpiece, The Stranger, in 1977. Wow. Don't remind me. That was my birth year. Could you please play the whole album in a live stream on that day? That is an interesting idea, Moritz. I got to think about that just because I have a pretty busy September coming up. I'm going to be in Europe for about 2 weeks on a cruise ship plane. So there's a couple of songs I need to work out on that one. But that definitely has merit. Will you, Moritz, if you can think of it, would you send me an email at pianomansteve@gmail.com with that idea so that I don't forget about it, and I'll put it in my Google Calendar so I can at least be mindful that it's coming up, and if I feel like I've got the prep work done in time, then yeah, that'd be a really fun thing to do. Okay, cool. Right, okay. That's just talking more about Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Al Smith is here. Aloha from Kauai. Hawaii. It's beautiful sunny day on my tiny island. Well, Al, I am jealous. Sufficiently jealous. Don in Saskatoon is here. He says, hope everyone's having an outstanding day. Looking forward to the stream. Thank you, Don. It's great to have you with us. Susie in Florida is here with us. Thanks for joining us as always. Valliard is here from San Jose, California. Thank you for joining us. Lego Loser is here. Hey, Steve, you never fail to impress with your skills. I saw a Queen tribute band yesterday and got to perform Bohemian Rhapsody on a piano with them. Could you play Love and Mercy? You know, I don't really know. I think I remember how it is. Isn't Love and Mercy be like, Love and Mercy, oh, na 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 na. If I brought the lyrics up, I might be able to do something. Maybe like a verse and a chorus or something. I'll try to do something for you on that. Thanks, Lego. And nice. That's awesome that you got to play Bohemian Rhapsody with them. Okay, who else is here today? Skits. I think I played Rocket Man for you. This is perfect timing. Need something to cheer you up. All right, well, I'm glad I could accommodate. Steve Riley's here. Good to have you with us. Thank you. Stien is here from Norway. Good to have you with us. Thank you. Ruth Hooker, one of my favorites, is here from Virginia. Thanks for joining us. Fernando is here. He says, hello, Stephen. Thank you for this amazing moment every Sunday. Could you please Forever Autumn? I don't know if I know that song, Fernando. I'm sorry. I may not be able to help you out with that one because it's not familiar to me. Hey, Seth Paz is here. This is off earlier today. Thinking some cutting crew might be in your wheelhouse. You know what? I don't know if I've got any by them either. I'm getting stumped today. But I'm glad to have you with us on the live stream, actually, here. This guy is a great musician in his own right. He's usually out working when I do this. And we'll say hi to one more person, then get back to some music here. Helmut is here. Hey, Steve, I currently live in New York for the very first time, and on Wednesday I finally got to see Billy Joel live. It was the most magical night of my life. Sadly, he did not play one of my favorite songs, which is Miami 2017. Could you maybe do it for me today? All right, I'll see what I can do. Got a lot of Billy Joel requests already today. Awesome, okay. And I know I saw down here someone asked for, oh yes, Max Piano, coming at us from St. Petersburg, Russia. Can you play Goodnight, Saigon? Another great Billy Joel song. Okay, we got a lot of things to catch up on here. So, I'm going to try this one first because this one could fall off the rails a little bit. This is a song that I've kind of got learned, but it may get a little choppy in a few sections. This is off of a 1975 album by Billy Joel. It's the title track. This is called Streetlife Serenader. Streetlife Serenader, never sang on stages, needs no orchestration, the melody comes easy, midnight masquerader, shopping center hero, child of Eisenhower, New World celebrator. Streetlife Serenader, have such understanding, how the words are spoken, make motions. Streetlife Serenader, have no obligations. They hold no grand illusion. Need no stimulation. This is a little tricky maneuver here. Streetlife Serenader, have no obligations. They hold no grand illusion. No stimulation. Midnight masquerade, working hard for wages. They need no vast arrangements to do their harmonizing. I know I didn't play that quite right, but that's the best that I could remember it off the top of my head. There you go for our fellow in Cooperstown. Let's see. I better do something that I really know next. Seen the lights go out on Broadway. Saw the Empire State a little low. And life went on beyond the Palisades. They all bought Cadillacs and left there long ago. We held the concert out in Brooklyn to watch watch the island bridges blow. They turned our power down, drove us underground, and we went right on with the show. Whoa, seen the lights go out on Broadway, saw the ruins at my feet. You know, we almost didn't notice it. Seen it all the time on 42nd Street. They burned the churches up in Harlem, like in that Spanish Civil War. Flames are everywhere, no one really cared, always burned up there before. Seen the lights go out on Broadway, and watch the mighty skyline fall. The boats were waiting in the battery. The union went on strike. They never sailed at all. They sent the carrier out from Norfolk, picked the Yankees up for free. Flames are everywhere, they blew the Bronx away, they sang Manhattan out to sea. Oh, whoa, you know those lights went bright on Broadway, but that was so many years ago, before we all lived here in Florida, before the mafia took over Mexico. There are not many who remember. They say a handful still survive to tell the world about the way the lights went out. Keep the memory alive. Okay, I'm going to share a couple of things with you that are kind of special. I am leaving for Colorado in tomorrow afternoon. We're going to take off. I'm going to take off, and I'm going to be working with a sound engineer there. So we're going to mix down 2 brand new songs that I'm going to be releasing as singles at the end of next week once we have master edits done. I'm very proud of both of them, and I'm going to play them for you today. But they're a little bit different. They're not going to be part of an album because they're a little bit different. We're going to start with this one, which some of you have probably heard before. I put this on my YouTube channel already once, but just a second here. So I had the good fortune not terribly long ago to be featured on a national radio show and a show that is also streamed on the Peacock platform by NBC around the country, and then featured on the YouTube channel for this. And it was a sports talk show called The Rich Eisen Show. And it's just looking for the lyrics here. There we are. It was a fun experience because it was a really fun experience to do. What happened was that they had a coach for the Tennessee Titans football team come on, and he was talking, and they asked him some questions that kind of pissed him off because they were asking him about the American Football Conference, which he competes in, and they said, gosh, there's a lot of future Hall of Famers right now in the AFC. This is going to be a really, really competitive conference to have to get to the Super Bowl. That's a tough hill to climb. And he said, what's that got to do with the Tennessee Titans? And they said, well, we're just saying it's a really competitive league and blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, it's just the NFL. You just play everybody here. Take your heart pills and buckle up. And everyone thought that was a really great phrase. And Rich Eisen said, we should commission a song. He was thinking a country song. He's like, we should commission a song off that, make that a title. Now, I happened to be listening to it through wireless headphones while I was packing a bag as I was about to leave for Las Vegas for a week. And it was like 11 o'clock at night or something, and of course, my idiot brain starts writing this song. And so I had to do something with it, and what I ended up with was something called Take Your Heart Pills and Buckle Up. So anyway, we've got a great recording. I got Chris Pinnock put some awesome guitar parts down for me and whatnot, so we're going to go mix this down. But I'm going to play the song for you as it is, because the original thing was just about the AFC. I wrote another verse to reflect the other side of the NFL, and I think it's going to be a really fun tune. And anyway, we're going to be working on that next week, and then I'll tell you about the other song. Here we go. In the brutal world of the NFL, behind the friendly smile of Roger Goodell, there's a battleground where the best line up to compete. Some divisions are strong, some divisions are weak. Great players are spread all around the league, but the tallest hill to climb is the AFC. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Pat Mahomes breathing down your neck, coming for your throat. And Russell Wilson's waiting with a knife to cut out your heart. And if you get past them, don't celebrate yet. Vrabel and Tannehill want revenge. Only the strong survive, and the best can start, yeah. But this game was made for the tough. They're coming for you with the force of a diesel truck. But one team will be left standing after the settling of the dust. So take your heart pills now, buckle up. the other side in the NFC, some hungry wolves are saying, what about me? If you think I'm gonna lay down and die, you're out of your mind. Aaron Donald, Matt Stafford, and Cooper Kupp are all wearing their rings and thirsty for blood. They want to hang another banner high up in SoFi. And Aaron Rodgers has doubters giving him a good reason to go out and win the whole thing this season. But the Shanahan clan in San Fran will put up a fight. And Tom Brady knows even at 45 years, he's still the whole damn league's biggest fear. Guess it's really anybody's season on opening nights. But this game was made for the tough. They're coming for you with the force of a diesel truck. One team will be left standing after the settling of the dust. So take your heart pills now and buckle up, 'cause this game was made for the tough. They're coming for you with the force of a diesel truck. One team will be left standing after the settling of the dust. So take your heart pills now and buckle up. Whoa, take your heart pills now and buckle up. All right. So I play that song because that's the one that got featured on Rich's show, the first half of it anyway, which was really fun. And so the other thing that happened was that Rich Eisen, I don't know if anyone's familiar with this, but he was an anchor on ESPN Sports Center for years, alongside the late great Stuart Scott, and he left ESPN to become the lead anchor personality on the NFL Network. And the NFL Network, when it first started, was kind of looking for things to cover, especially in the off season, because they had to fill up content. And one of the things they did was they started going to the NFL Combine, which is basically just a little place where the top college recruits come and they run 40-yard dashes and throw footballs and throw and catch and run and hit blocking and tackling dummies, that kind of thing. And so he's there, and he was a little bit bored because at the time it was just being held at an empty stadium. So he's there in a stadium that holds 80,000 people, and it's about 40 people on the field, and him sitting over here at this desk facade that they put up for the NFL Network. And so they get to a commercial break, and he says to the guest, who I believe was Terrell Owens, who was a pretty mouthy dude back in the day in the NFL, he said, "What do you think, T.O.? How fast do you think I could run a 40 if I just went over there and ran a 40 in my suit? And God, do you think I'd get back here in time for the commercial break?" And T.O. says, "Man, you wouldn't even make it. Like, you'd come back, you wouldn't even be able to talk. Actually, I think you'd injure yourself doing the run." Well, they had a little back and forth, and just for pride, he went and he ran a 40-yard dash in his suit and tie with a leather-soled shoe, came back. It was a joke. The next year, all the coaches asked him to do it again, and a couple of years after that, they turned it into a philanthropy thing, and he gets celebrities to pledge money, and they get like former NFL players to come run 40s, and he always does a 40-yard dash in his suit and all of this stuff. And at the end of the day, they end up raising like a lot of money, and they give it to St. Jude Children's Hospital. And I did not know much about St. Jude or children's hospitals in general. I mean, I knew that they treated sick kids, but that was it. And so he was talking about that because he's collecting donations, and I was very moved by what I learned. So you guys might know all of this already, but if you didn't know this, St. Jude, they pay for everything. They don't just pay for the care. If you qualify for St. Jude, your kid qualifies for St. Jude, you don't see a bill. They cover your travel, your family's accommodations, and they have all these amazing fun facilities because they want the family to focus on emotional and spiritual and mental health while they take care of physical health and medicine. So they give you the best care that's available on planet Earth, and then they cover all of this stuff because they just want you and your family to spend time together and focus on healing. And it's really amazing. It was like, just hearing them talk about it, I was tearing up as I was listening to this segment, and another song started to kind of form, but I wasn't sure like what I would even call it. And so I got on the St. Jude Children's Hospital website, and I saw that they have a mantra, and their slogan or their mantra is "Family Together Strong." And I thought it was a beautiful phrase, and I wanted to do something that paid homage to this feeling, this emotion that I had about what I was hearing and what tremendous service to humanity they were doing, and it inspired me. And so we're going to get this one all mixed and turned into a master recording as well. And I'll send it along with the football one to the Rich Eisen Show and just say, hey, if you guys know anyone over at St. Jude that might be able to put this to use for some fundraising or something, they're welcome to use it, because I could send them $20, but if there's something that I could do that would help inspire a lot of people to write a $20 check, that would be even better, and it's a cause that I would be very, very proud to be affiliated with. So for the first time ever, no one's ever heard this song except for me. This one's called "Family Together Strong," Ode to St. Jude. Sometimes life can test you and take away your smile. You receive a diagnosis that's a danger to your child. You start to feel helpless. You get so overwhelmed. There's so many things to handle. You just want them to be well. You're not alone. We're here for you. We'll ease those extra burdens and help to see you through. You're not alone. Just focus on your child. Give them love and help them carry on. Family together strong. 'Cause you feel fear and panic, and you feel so insecure. You want them to be cared for with no stone left unturned. And you're scared you can't afford it, but you have to find a way. We understand and open up our arms to you today. You're not alone. We're here with you. We'll give them all the care that all humanity can do. You're not alone. Your baby's in our hearts. You just be there for them to lean on. Family together strong. You're not alone. We'll be with you. We're guided by compassion, and our mission is our truth. You're not alone. will stay right by your side, with hope that's shining as bright as the sun, and passion for whatever must be done. We'll help you all carry on, family together, strong, family together, strong. Thank you. All right, let's carry on with some of your requests, all right? All right, this is for our friend Bill Hasty. Let's see, Bill. This one goes back to 1976. And this is on an album called Turnstiles. Let's see if I can remember how to play it. James, we were always friends from our childhood days, and we made our plans. We had to go our separate ways. I went on the road, you pursued an education. James, do you like your life? Can you find release? Will you ever change? Will you ever write your masterpiece? Are you still in school, living up to expectations? James, you were so relied upon, and everybody knows how hard you tried. Hey, just look at what a job you've done, carrying the weight of family pride. James, do you like your life? You've been finding reliefs, you've been well behaved. Will you ever, wait, I said that wrong. James, you've been well behaved, you've been working hard, but will you always stay someone else's dream of who you are? Do what's good for you, but you're not good for anybody, James. I think I did that wrong. Let me see. You're not good for anybody, James. There we go. I went on the road, and you pursued an education, James. How you gonna know for sure that everything else was organized? Hey, now everything is so secure, and everybody else is satisfied. James, can you, or do you like your life? Can you find release? Will you ever change? When will you write your masterpiece? Do what's good for you, or you're not good for anybody, James. You guys are pulling some some stuff. Like, you're making me think hard today. I like that. Okay. I just am going to look and see if there's any other, besides just Billy Joel here, just so that I can mix it up a little bit. I'm going to try to do all of these Billy Joel songs you're asking for. Just want to make sure that I get some variety where it's possible. Okay. You guys are in a Billy Joel frame of mind today. Goodness gracious. Okay, Blue Ice Cream is giving me an alternative. But I will get back to Billy Joel, I promise. This is one of my favorite Elton John songs from the later part of his career. This came off an album called Songs from the West Coast in 2001, which I think is actually one of the best albums he ever recorded. It's got a lot of great tunes on it. Anyway. So this is Blue Ice Cream. If you don't like it, you can blame him. You can blame me because I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, I want to play that. This is called Original Sin. It was a single, did okay on the AC charts, didn't burn anything up, but fantastic piece of music. Oh, it's carnival night and they're singing the lights around you, hanging paper angels, painting little devils on the roof. Oh, the furnace wind is a flickering of wings about your face in a cloud of incense. It smells like heaven in this place. I can't eat, can't sleep, still I hunger for you when you look at me. that face, those eyes, all the sinful pleasures deep inside. Tell me how you know now the ways and means of getting in underneath my skin. You were always my original sin. Tell me why I shudder inside each time we begin this dangerous game. Oh, you were always my original sin. A dream will fly the moment that you open up your eyes. A dream is just a riddle, goes from every corner of your life. Up in the balcony, all the Romeos are bleeding for your hand, blowing theater kisses, citing lines they don't understand. I can't eat, I can't sleep, still I hunger for you when you look at me. That face, those eyes, all the sinful pleasures deep inside. Tell me why you know now the ways and means of getting in underneath my skin. Oh, you were always my original sin. Tell me why I shudder inside every time we begin this dangerous game. Oh, you were always my original sin. Tell me how you know now the ways and means of getting in underneath my skin. You were always my original sin. Tell me why I shudder inside every time we begin this dangerous game. You were always my original sin. Okay. Here's one for our friend in St. Petersburg, Russia. I know that this was a very popular album at the time that Billy did his tour of the Soviet Union back in 1987. The album was a little older than that, actually, but it was one that was well represented during that concert tour, and I think a lot of people owned that LP and wanted to have it signed. The album was called The Nylon Curtain, and the song is called Goodnight, Saigon. So gung-ho to lay down our lives. We came in spastic like tameless horses. We left them plastic as numbered corpses. And we learned fast to travel lights soap. They sent us Playboy and gave us Bob Hope. We dug in deep and shot on sight and prayed to Jesus Christ with all of our might. We had no cameras to shoot the landscape. We passed the hash pipe and played our Doors tapes. And it was dark, so dark at night, 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 night. We held on to each other like brother to brother. We promised our mothers we'd write, and we would all go down together. We said we'd all go down together. Yes, we would all go down together. Remember Charlie, remember Baker. They left their child on every acre, and who was wrong and who was right, 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 right. It didn't matter in the thick of the fight. We held the day in the palm of our hands. They ruled the night, and the nights seemed to last as long as 6 weeks on Paris Island. We held the coastline, they held the highlands, and they were sharp as knives, 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 knives. Heard the hum of our motors, they counted the rotors and waited for us to arrive, and we would all go down together. Yes, we would all go down together. Yes, we would all go down together. Okay, thank you for that lovely request, Max Piano. I'm going to get out of here a little earlier than usual today, guys, and I apologize for the abridged show. My voice is a little bit beat up. I did a really long gig Friday night, and I didn't get much sleep, and then I went to that show last night, which was loud and all of that, and so I'm doing my best, but I'm going to probably end it a little earlier tonight just to make sure that I don't do too much. I can let this recover fully, because I may end up having to cut some backing vocals or something when I'm working with my engineer out in Colorado, and I want to make sure that my voice is up to the task. But before I get out of here, I got two more things to do for you. Want to make sure I play my current single. Well, it's not really a single, but, you know, the current hit, if you will. I put out a new music video for this not too long ago, and you guys have been awesome at giving it lots of views. I'm very proud of this song, and something that I very much enjoyed putting together, and I think it's a good one to play on the heels of the one I just did, because I just played that for our friend in Russia, Max Piano, and this song was initially inspired by another friend of mine from Russia. Her name's Maria, and Doll. She's in Colorado right now, actually, on a work exchange, using up the last of her tourist visa. So I'm going to actually get to see her this coming week for a little bit, and I look forward to that. And anyway, she was working at a pie shop / cafe 5 years ago. Unbelievable. And this story isn't really about her and I as we actually exist, but it gave me an idea for a story about two people who fall in love from different countries, and how they had to use social media to have their relationship until they could see each other again, and they're from countries that are not easy to get back and forth from, like the U.S. and Russia. So anyway, that's what the predicate for this song was, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's called One Laugh and One Look. I still don't know why I went to that pie shop. It's more my style to go to an IHOP, but I had the urge, and it couldn't be denied. And I wasn't looking for love again, and most I was out for one night stands. I couldn't face the thought of even more tears crying. But you walked out from that back corner and came my way to take my order. When you looked at me, well, I was whole again, and all it took was one laugh and one look from you, and my heart was back in business. All you did was smile, and I was hooked on you, just like a kid at Christmas. It wasn't that much, just my whole world you shook with one laugh and one look. You smiled and giggled with me so sweetly, and I was afraid I might lose you completely when you said that you were going home across the ocean. I knew that I'd met someone special, and I knew that I'd feel so regretful if we never met again. That's when I got the notion to ask if we could keep in touch. When he said you liked that very much, filled my heart with joy, and I knew he'd find a way. And all it took was one laugh and one look from you, and my heart was back in business. All you did was smile, and I was hooked on you, just like a kid at Christmas. Wasn't that much, just my whole world you shook with one laugh and one look. Took a couple of years of Instagramming, talking to each other, my Facebook chatting, before we've had the chance to hold each other close. It was hard, but it was worth the wait. I was falling more in love with you every day. And now that you're here, I'll never let you go. All it took was one laugh and one look from you, and my heart was back in business. All you did was smile, and I was hooked on you, just like a kid at Christmas. Wasn't that much, just my whole world you should. I can't believe how quickly I got hooked. It might sound crazy, but I swear that all it took was one laugh and one look. One laugh, one look. That's all it took to get me hooked. I wanna laugh, I wanna look. Hey. Sound crazy, but I swear that all it took. I can't believe how quickly I got hooked. It wasn't that much, just my whole world you shook with one laugh and one beautiful love. Thank you very much. That's on the new EP Expansion. That's where everywhere that music is streamed. Look up Steve Lungrin, you'll find it. One laugh, one look. And also look for the music video on my music channel. Very proud of it. Really cool stuff. Shot it in Europe. Okay, and then one final request before I get out of here. I can't remember who asked for it, but somebody asked for this, and this seems like a good way to get out of here for the night. This is an Elton John song from 1973. You'll know it. box till the 2 on the side. Everything about this house is born to grow and die. Doesn't seem a year ago to this very day. You said, I'm sorry, honey, if I don't change the pace, can't last another day. And love lies bleeding in my hands. Kills me to think of you with another man. Playing rock and roll, you were just a fan. Getting a good notice, so split the bed. And love lies bleeding in my hands. Wonder if those changes left a scar on you. I call those burning hoops of fire you and I passed through. You're a bluebird on a telegraph line, I hope you're happy now. And if the winds of change coming down your way, girl, you'll make it back somehow. And love lies bleeding in my hands. Kills me to think of you with another man. Was playing rock and roll, you were just a fan. Getting all good notice, so split the bed. And love lies bleeding in my hands. Okay, guys, thank you very, very much. And Bill, there's a big announcement coming about the cruise soon, so put a pin in that. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, thanks to everybody. Have a great day. I apologize. I probably look a little tired and disjointed today, and I kind of was. And to be honest with you, something happened today that I'm feeling kind of crappy about. So thank you for giving me something to take my mind off of it and to try to feel a little better about myself. Some days are like that. Even for those of us who are in the public eye and try to pretend like we never have a bad day. But anyway, thank you. This is very meaningful to me to get to do this, and thanks for letting me share my new songs with you. And I probably will be back next week, but it's possible that my mixing sessions will bleed into the weekend, and if they do, then I'll post something to let you know that it's canceled for the week. But I probably will be back here for next Sunday's show, so I anticipate seeing you all then. In the meantime, if you're a piano player or a musician of any kind, remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can today, okay? I don't know when it comes to an end. Leave it all on the field, okay? Let's not have any regrets. Love you guys. Talk to you on the next one.